Alright guys, as promised, here is the CCU War Bond, how to save big bucks, sometimes, when it comes to buying ships. And we're going to do with this the Galaxy, okay? Because I want the Galaxy. I'm on the side, I want it. Now, as you can see guys, we are here in the CCU game. I will put a link in the description below. And this is a way for you to go through and to save money when buying your ships. Now, full disclosure, this only happens, you can only do this a couple of times a year, right? There's other ways of doing it other times of the year, but predominantly the best time to do this is now or in Invictus week. Now's actually the better time. And to do this, you're going to need, if you want LTI, you're going to need an LTI token, which I've always suggested you guys buy. Or if you just want to do it with normal insurance, you can go through and do it. But we're going to be saving close to $100 off the Galaxy. Now you're going to be sitting there thinking, no way this is going to happen. You can't save $100. No, we're going to save $99. So let's show you how to do this. So here is the, obviously you go here, you go create chain. So we want obviously the highest saving. We want to include buybacks. Now, source ship. This is the ship that you want to start with. So you can go from manually select from store. You can go select from hangar, whatever you want, right? For me, I'm going to go from hangar and I'm going to start with my LTI token. That is the Ranger, right? So here it is here, this one here. I want to make sure, yeah, it's that one, right? And then obviously the target ship is the Galaxy. Alright, so you go target ship, type in Galaxy, click it, alright, and then go create chain. And that's what it does, right? Goes through and it does this. Now, don't worry about this too much. We're going to go through and we're going to break it all down for you. But before we do, I just want to double check to make sure I'm doing the right bike. Give me a sec. Right, yes, we wanted to do the RC because that's the racing bike and I don't want to do racing. Cool. Right, so we're starting with the Tumbler Ranger RC. Now, if you don't have the RC, not a big deal, right? There are other ways to do it and we will also show you that. But I'm starting with the Ranger because I brought 3 of these bikes. I only want to keep the one with the guns and the other 2 I'm using as LTI tokens. I think I've already used one for a Banyu Merchantman or a Hull C, and this one is going to be the Galaxy. So if you click on it here, it will bring up some information. It lets you know exactly how much you save when you brought. It has lifetime insurance, which is important because the insurance will move with the CCUs. So if you start with LTI and you buy a whole bunch of ships and you work your way up to the Galaxy, guess what? That Galaxy has LTI insurance, right? So there we go. And right, so here it is here. It's in my buybacks, which is sweet, which I've already done. So now we want to go from a Ranger to a C8 Pisces Edition. Now, what you can do is you can just go down here and click add to cart and it will do all this for you. Easy way of doing it, but we're going to do it manually because why not? So, Pisces. So here he is, here's here. We want to go to ship upgrades. We want to go to Ranger, there, RC, Racing Ground, and then we want to do the C8 Pisces Edition. Now we want to make sure it's the right one. So it's the Pisces Expedition. It's Store War Bond. We will be saving $5 off this purchase. Right, so there, Pisces War Bond Edition, which is here, and that'll take it up to $35. So we go add to cart. So $5.50, fly back, continue. Place order. I agree. credit card, pay transaction. Go back to my hangar. So we have the Ranger to Pisces Expedition Warbond Edition. And we want to apply upgrade. Click on the Ranger, RC, go next. Your password, apply. Upgrade was successful. Right, so now our Ranger still says the standalone Ranger RC, but it's now a Pisces. And already, we've already got some of these rewards and stuff like that too. So, you know, yay. So the next thing we want to do is the Pisces to the 300i. Now this, we can use store credits, right? And we got a whole bunch of store credits. We got like $300 and something in store credits, right? So we go through and we go ship upgrades. Now we want to look for the C8 Pisces. And we want to go to the 300i. Right, $16 according to GST and stuff like that, which is here. This will bring it up to $50. So, but we can go to add to cart. Now here we go add store credits. Max balance is $15 because that's all it is. Go continue. It's now $0. Go continue. And place. I agree. There we go. Go to my hangar. Go to Pisces. Apply upgrade. Now, so here we have, because I already have the Pisces Warbond Edition, we want to make sure we select the Ranger. Go to that, go apply. Right, so here is the Ranger RC up to the 300i. So, back to our CCU. Right, so now we want the 300i to the Cyclone upgrade. And this is Warbond. And on this, we'll be saving $11. Right. So go ship upgrades. And this is how you save money. Is because every time you do a Warbond, you are actually saving money. So we got the 300i to the Cyclone MT. There it is there. Two options available. Guess what? Warbond Edition. Sweet. We want that because obviously that gives us the discount. And that brings it up to $75. Go add to cart. It's a total of $5. We want to go continue because obviously we can't use credits because it's Warbond. Place. I agree. Pay transaction. Go to my hangar. So 300 to Cyclone. Click on that. Apply upgrade. Ranger standalone ship. Next. Password. Apply. So now our Tumbler Ranger is up to a Cyclone. Cool. By the way, we're also collecting a lot of these extra stuff as well. So that's, which is, you know, just benefits. Now we're going to a Cyclone to a Freelancer door. Now, obviously this, we can use store credits. No saving, but we've got credits already. So we go ship upgrades. We go through and we do the Cyclone, I think it was, wasn't it? Was it Cyclone? Yep, Cyclone to the Freelancer door. in stock. Go add to cart. We want to add store credits, $60. Confirm. Continue. Place order. I agree. My hanger. Cyclone Freelancer to Doer, which is there. So we go apply upgrade. Standalone. If you do get confused with the ship, take notice of the number, because that's always a unique number. Apply. So now our standalone Tumbler Ranger is all the way up to a Freelancer Doer. Cool. Now, obviously with the Freelancer Doer, we will now want to go to a Mantis. We're going to use War Bond, and we're going to save $11 off this one. So we go ship upgrades. So we want the Freelancer Doer to the Mantis. Yep, we want that one, which is War Bond. Go add to cart. Yep, now we can't use credits because obviously, guess what? Yep, you guessed it, we don't. Yep, it's War Bond, can't do it. Place order. Scroll down, go agree. Click on the credit card and click pay. Go to my hanger. Freelancer Doer to Mantis. Apply upgrade. Standalone. Next. Apply. So our standalone ship has now got all that insurance, but the big thing is the lifetime insurance. It has the Mantis ship for the ship. It has all these extras like, you know, a jacket and stuff that I got from the bike. Has like the ship coin for the Pisces and stuff, which is, you know, cool. All right, next thing we want to do is the Mantis to Prospector, and with this we can do store credits. So we go ship upgrades. Now, like I say, you can just go down the bottom and click the one button, but to be honest, I kind of like doing it like this. Makes me feel special. So Mantis to the Prospector. Add to cart. Right, we want to add store credits. Store credits that we can add is $5 because that's what max it's going to cost us. Well, that's actually not going to cost us anything because we've got store credits. Go continue. Place order. I agree. My hanger. Right, and then we've got the Mantis to Prospector, standard edition. Click apply upgrade, of course. Still the same numbers, 844. Click next. Apply. So now our standalone Tumbler Ranger is now up to a Prospector. We're getting there. So we want now a Prospector to a Super Hornet. Now we are going to use War Bond for this, and we are going to be saving around $16.50. So we got ship upgrades. We want to do the, what was it? Prospector. Prospector to the F8 Super Hornet. That one. War Bond. Add to cart. Now, like I said, this is obviously War Bond. You can't use credits. No problem. Continue. Place order. I agree. Credit card, pay transaction. Go to Hangar. So there's our prospector, and this is the upgrade prospector to the Hornet. Apply upgrade. Now you don't need to apply these upgrades. You can just leave these upgrades in your account, and they can sit there for as long as you want. We want the Tumbler Ranger. Make sure you use the right one, because obviously that one there is already my other prospector, right? So here's my Tumbler Ranger. Go next. Go, and click apply. Like I said, you don't need to apply them, but I just find that it gets really confusing later down the track trying to work out the chain. You can save it, but so, you know, like along the way. At the moment, we're up to an F7 Super Hornet. Say you wanted to keep that and you didn't want to go through and continue applying the rest of the chains because you might want to fly the Hornet for a couple of months. You can go through and you can buy the rest of these chains and then just leave them in your account and then not use them at the moment and then just apply them later. But like I said, if you're going to do that, make sure you write this down or something, save it or something, and put it aside, because that way later you're not going to sit there and try and scratch your noggin trying to work out which way. So now we want the Terrapin, right? So we go ship upgrades. We want to go to the F7 Super Hornet, to the Terrapin, add to cart. Now we got store credits, so we click add. Max we can do is $40. Click continue because it's not costing us anything. Place order. Scroll down and I agree. My Hangar. So Super Hornet to Terrapin. Click apply. Standalone Ranger, because that's the one we're doing. Select your password and apply it. So now our Tumbler Ranger is now up to a Terrapin. So, like for example, say in the machinima we use a Terrapin. Say I wanted to leave it like that, right? I could sit there and I would have a Terrapin in my ISAP terminal, and I could fly the Terrapin. And I can just continue to buy the rest of these CCUs and just leave them in my account. I'll show you what I mean. So like here, right, we got the Terrapin, we're going to the Corsair. Right? Say I'm not a fan of the Corsair. Say I don't want to fly the Corsair just yet, right? I want to fly the Terrapin. So we go through and we get the Terrapin to the Corsair. We have Warbond. I presume that's the one we're doing. Yep, we're going to save $27.50 off this one. This is a good one. Go add to cart. Alright, obviously, yeah, we can't, use credits because, Place order. I agree. Select the credit card, pay my transaction. Go to my Hangar. Right, so there's the Terrapin to Crusader there, right? So there's my Terrapin. Normally we could go through and we can click apply, and that would apply the Corsair to the Terrapin. But say for instance we don't want to do that because we like the Terrapin and we don't like the Corsair, right? Say we think the Corsair sucks, but we want to fly around in the Terrapin because we're going to do a machinima or whatever it may be, right? We can then go through and, right, so we've done the Corsair and now we want to go to Starfair. So we can just leave it there and just go to the next one. And for example, Now, obviously, the thing is that because we haven't applied the Corsair, it's not coming up in our list. We click all ships up here, and then, so here, the Starfarer, we're using store credits. So, warning, you don't own a Corsair, because guess what? I haven't applied it. As far as the game knows, I have a CCU for a Corsair, but I don't technically own one, not at the moment, and then we just go add to cart. And go store credits, add. $50, confirm. Total 0, go continue. Place order. I agree. My hanger. So like here, you see we have a Terrapin to Corsair, and then we have an upgrade for a Corsair to a Starfarer. So like for example, we go apply upgrade, Terrapin Ranger, password. Say we sick of the Terrapin and we want to do the upgrade to the Corsair. Right, so there's the standalone Ranger to the Corsair, and then we can just go through, say it's like a month later, and we can go apply upgrade, Ranger, next, password, apply. And a month later, now our Tumbler Ranger is now up to a Starfarer, which is where it should have been if we had just gone through and just done it, right? So you can do stuff like that. Like for example here, the next thing, right, Starfarer to Caterpillar. We're using the Caterpillar for recordings, right? So we can go through and we can buy this War Bond. It'll save us $27.50 bonus. And we can leave the Caterpillar there. And then after we've done the recordings, go through and then apply the CCU from the Caterpillar to the Galaxy. You can do it a month, 3 months, 6 months later down the track. Doesn't matter. So like for example, we want to go through and we want to do the Starfarer to, Starfarer to the from the Starfarer to the Caterpillar. So obviously here we own the Starfarer, and we want to go to a Caterpillar War Bond Edition. Add to cart. Alright, obviously we can't use place order, scroll down, I agree, select the credit card, pay transaction. My hanger. So Starfarer to Caterpillar, we go apply, Tumbler Ranger, go next, type your password, apply. So standalone ship, the Ranger is now a Caterpillar. Apply ship upgrades. Caterpillar. And the last one is the Galaxy. Right, so we're down to here, Caterpillar to Galaxy, store credits, and this will be the end of the CCU, right? And go apply, $50, and now the Galaxy is free. Continue. But actually, while we're here, we also want that. We also want that paint as well, right? Fuel. Normally the paint would come up, but because it's only new, I don't think it registers. Galaxy, choose your adventure. Right, and we're going to buy the cargo modules and stuff too, but add to cart. Check out. So that gives us the Galaxy, plus that store credit we'll add is $63. Confirm, continue, place order, scroll down, I agree. Scroll up, my hanger. Now we're not going to apply it because we're going to do some filming with the Caterpillar. So we're going to leave the upgrade from the Caterpillar to the Galaxy Standard Edition, and there's our paint. So like for example, we could go here and we could click apply, and that would give us the Galaxy, but because it's concept, and because we need the Caterpillar for filming, we're not going to do that. And we're just going to leave it there. And we'll do our filming, and then, you know, in 6 months or 12 months or so, we'll apply the Galaxy and it'll be all good. So guys, just to recap what happened. Okay, so we went through and we CCU chained all the way up to a Galaxy. Now, like I said to you guys, obviously the Caterpillar is sitting there. The CCU chain is ready to apply for a Cat to a Galaxy, but for all intents and purposes, we have a Galaxy now. How much did it cost us? So, target ship, I'll put this back to Galaxy, so I was playing around with the Galaxy. Create chain. So, it costs us $319, right, with using store credits. Normally, it's $418, right, there it is there, right, concept, not war bond. Even if we had a war bonded it with new money only and didn't use any credits, we still would have got it for $319 doing it the CCU way, but it would have been about $60 cheaper than the concept, because here's the concept here for that, right? So $385 for the concept, although that's actually with GST. So yeah, so take the GST. What's the? I gotta check out. Actually, it might be around the same. Actually, $350. So it would have been $350. We got it for $319. We still would have saved $30, right? Obviously not as good, but yeah. But especially considering the fact that we used a large portion of this was actually in credits, and we only used a minimal amount of money. It was not bad. So we saved $99. Now, as you can imagine, if you do this for 3, 4, 5 ships, you know, you can save $200, $300, $400. Like, so say we change the target ship. Say we say the Polaris. Create chain. For a Polaris, you would have saved $231 using store credits. You would have got it for $594, where it would have normally cost you $825. Say we change the Polaris. Say we go through and we save the Cutlass. Right? Cutlass Black. Right? Obviously not going to be as good as a saving, but we're still saving $16 doing it this way, just from buying the Cutlass Black through CCU chains. So say we change the target ship. Say we use the Hammerhead. Right? Bing, bada bong. We save $231 by doing it this way and buying the Hammerhead through the CCU chains. So regardless of what ship you're buying in, normally you're going to be saving money, especially if you're using it instead of just buying the ship outright and then buying it with credits. War bond gets a little less, but if you're going to be using credits only, then at the end of the day, this is a cheaper way to do it. Now, I know people are probably saying, what about the modules? Yes, we actually went through and we actually brought the modules separate. The reason why we kept them separate from the actual ship is because at the end of the day, we don't want to be able to go through, if we say we want to change the modules, right? So we went through and we brought the cargo and the refinery. And we brought them both separate from each other too, mind you, right? So say we went through and we don't want the cargo anymore, we want to switch it out for a med bay. We can go through and we can just melt the cargo and buy the med bay, and we don't have to worry about melting the whole pack. See, this is the thing. If you go through and you buy the base ship and you do the upgrade to the Galaxy, and while you're there, you also throw the cargo bay or the med bay or the refinery in there, and then later you want to change them, it's entirely possible that you might have to melt the whole pack and restart again and redo the whole CCG chain. And if it's later down the track, it might have jumped up in price. Sometimes they do add them as a pack. Sometimes they do. I'm thinking it probably will. I didn't want to test it. Sorry. But yeah, that's if you go, like, for example, if we go here and go to my account, go to my hangar. We went through and we brought them separate. The paint is listed as separate, which is obviously good. But here's the standalone ship, which is the Ranger. It's all the way up to a Caterpillar at the moment. And there's the upgrade from the Caterpillar to the Galaxy. And even if the Galaxy goes up in price, which likely it will, that CCU will still last. It will still be fine and still be able to be applied. Right? There's our paints and there's our two separate modules. And we can just go through and we can exchange one or both or whatever we want. Right? Which is why I like to keep things separate. Apart from that, guys, obviously some of the other questions that I do get as well regarding this is, what if I don't have a tokenship, an LTI token? Then, for example, you can go through here. You can do the automatic, and it will go through and pick, and we'll change this back to Galaxy just so we can compare. And you can do it like that. So, for example, it's now saying that you can go through and you can use the Aurora. And you would still save $99. Now, obviously, keep in mind, it wouldn't be LTI. It would be $120. But, for example, say you go through. So, say you go through and you select, say, the Cutter. Right, you can then do the Cutter upgrade from the Cutter all the way up to the Galaxy, for example, and you'd still save $99 and it'd be LTI. So as I say, it really doesn't matter if you don't have an LTI token already. There are some on the store, the Cutter, for example. But yeah, I've used the Cutter LTI to go through and actually upgrade that to a Sprite. I already had the Spirit. Sorry. But I wanted to do things, move things around and stuff like that. So I did a little bit of moving around a couple of days ago. But apart from that, guys, obviously let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to post them. I'll try and help you out as much as I can. If your video's been helpful, please smack that like button. Please remember to share. I really, really appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving me lately. Even when I make a mistake and say size 4 is not capital. I was sleep deprived that day. I really, really was. But yeah, apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section. I appreciate all the love and everything, guys. And yeah, stay tuned because we're going to keep making more videos on Star Citizen as well as other space games too. So like Imperium, all that sort of stuff. Also Osiris, New Dawn, and stuff like that as well. But have a great day. Enjoy yourself, guys, and I'll see you in the verse.